gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an epic listing, basically me describing Mount & Blade Bannerlord 2 and how to play the game, and also the lore of the game in about 5 minutes. So let us get into the video, and let's start it off. This first slide, very bad picture. Guess we'll have to fire our editor. Oh wait, we don't have one. But, starting it off, when you first start the game, you basically spawn into this world completely naked. You have no clue what you're going on, and your family basically just got kidnapped after you just basically made the most roided up character you could think of. So, you've just made your roided up character, and you're now actually in the world after picking a random faction that you have no clue what the actual stats mean, that you just picked off of YouTube or slash just thought this guy looked cool. You are now strolling around trying to figure out what you do, and you run into this rando guy. He tells you that he can basically free your parents, but you need to go beat up some guy. You go and do that, and you get your family back. Congratulations for you. Half your family is now back. Now, you become a mercenary. This picture is very good. This represents what you'll be doing for basically the rest of your game. And also remember, this is a medieval game. This is obviously a joke, but so you are going through it, and you realize that you can become a mercenary. But you didn't realize that your country still hates you, so if you join the Asari, they will not trust you one bit, even though you'll bring their capital probably 10 million dinars or whatever. So, just to put that in perspective, you realize that it's a lot easier to take money than actually earn it, so you start pillaging and reselling loot. And that is how you start making your money. But then you start to realize, oh wait, if I get a castle, I don't have to run around pillaging people, and the castle or slash city will just make money for me. So you realize that a smarter idea is to actually go create your own faction. While you're also doing this, you realize that you can get something called companions. You start to look around as you're kind of in a daze after you now just realize what a companion is. You can either find an amazing companion that has literal stats of a god, or you find a companion that probably was drunk in the bar halfway before you found him there, and also his traits are likes to kill orphanages, and also literally ransacks whole villages. But you never know what you're going to run into in the thing. Next, the horrible grainy picture next up. Man, we really need a new editor. But next is you join the Empire. You're now a part of the Empire, and you start going around attacking as much as you can. You start to get to the point where you are basically carrying your faction to victory. But you're starting to hit a plateau, as most people hit, and your faction no longer cares about you. They basically just start giving castles to who knows why, because Joseph Swanson wasn't even there, but yet he still got the castle. It is a question that all Bannerlord 2 players wonder, who are these NPCs and how did they contribute so much? But you start to get your castles that you took on your own basically ripped away from you, unless you have a mod that you installed in, obviously, and you start to get to thinking. And you notice something up in your faction thing. Your clan, your clan faction is almost high enough level to start your own kingdom. And you start to actually care about the lore, because no one did before that. You realize that you only have like 100 days left on your quest, and you're running around to get all the pieces of the Dragon Banner. And also trying to figure out what the difference means if you're an empire or a non-empire state. You collect all of the Bannerlord thing, or the banner of the Dragon Banner, and you start to head towards what you would call those two random people that live in villages that hate each other. You get there, and you now realize that you have to pick it. First, you have to decide if you're going to basically leave your faction, making them declare war at you, and all of the bonds that you've made with them, they now hate you. So, that would go into our next slide. You go to war with everybody. If you pick to be an Empire faction, congratulations. You're in the middle of the map, and now basically everybody hates you, or at least all of the non-imperial ones hate you. So basically everybody but a couple people. And if you don't, you're basically hated by the Empire. Depending on which one can stronger, can be a lot easier or better, but it all depends. So you start absolutely knocking out Empire after Empire, and you realize that this game is actually not that difficult. But that also came with 4 different attempts that you all failed in different ways, which is very sad and has almost made you want to jump into a swimming pool multiple different times over and over again. Well, I hope you guys did like this very detailed and accurate description of Mount & Blade Bannerlord 2.